Cue the drum roll. All right, open your boxes. Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3. You get a car! You get a car! You get a car! Everybody gets a car!
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. So, there's been a lot of curious questions about what happened in Maui, and now that the reports are coming out about what the emergency officials actually did, I am more convinced than I have ever been that something is up. Okay? Something is up. And it doesn't have to do with sky lasers or directed energy weapons or things that are colored blue, although, hey, you have every right to ask every question, and, you know, we've looked into that kind of stuff. And it's interesting. We did entire videos on if The Simpsons predicted what was happening. But let's stick with what the corporate media is reporting right now, because on its face, that is damning enough. Now, there's been plenty of videos like this out on the internet, right? Of people saying, wow, very curious how the fires happen to avoid multi-million-dollar mansions. Curious how Oprah and Zuckerberg and Obama are buying up the entire island of Maui. And it seems like all the rich people's homes didn't get touched by the fire. And all the poor people's homes, which of course we needed to push them out in order to make room for our new lap pools and tennis courts, well, their homes got burned to ashes. Joe Biden gave them $700, patted them on the head, and said, you'll never see your children again, okay? So these are the kind of clips that went up and went immediately viral, right? Like, this has 21,000 retweets. Meanwhile, fires in Maui know how to avoid multimillionaire properties. Climate change sure is smart. But these are the tweets that are going viral now that have less to do with, like, skepticism about the nature of the fire and more to do with the response that the evil emergency managers in Hawaii and the leaders there had to these fires in the first place. Check this out. This is from Matt Walsh. It got an Elon Musk response that said everyone needs to go to jail. Amazing tweet here. Just to review, the local government in Maui didn't use the sirens to alert residents of the fire, didn't allow access to water to put out the fire. And then they blocked the exits out of town. This is one of the greatest scandals in American history. Maybe people should be in prison. Yeah, but instead Donald Trump's the one getting arrested. So what does Matt reference here? Some type of, like, crazy Reddit post? Nope. The Associated Press. Deadly Maui fires. Many had no warnings and no way out. Those who dodged the barricades survived. Oh, okay. So they barricaded people into their houses. Let's read from the conspiracy theory website, the Associated Press. Official Facebook fact checker. As the flames tore through West Maui neighborhood, car after car, fleeing residents headed out of the paved roads in town, desperate for a race to safety. Car after car was turned back towards the fires by a blockade blocking the highway. One family swerved around the barricade and was safe. Oh, okay, so if you didn't obey the officials, man, interesting how there's a parallel here to so many things that have happened in recent memory. If you don't obey the officials, you'll survive. One family swerved around the barricade and was safe in a nearby town 48 minutes later. Another drove their four-wheel drive car down a dirt road to escape. One man took a dirt road uphill, climbing above the fire, watching as Lahaina burned. He later picked his way through the flames, smoke, and rubble to pull survivors to safety. This guy's neighborhood was hit really hard, and there were kids in his neighborhoods when the flame hit. We needed 10 more minutes, and we could have saved a lot of kids, he said, choking back tears, if we had just 10 to 15-minute warning. The family ventured out of the Kalui Mall recently, looking for a moment of normalcy in the aftermath of the tragedy. They ran into a playmate of their son. The kids just don't have a filter. Their son ran up and was telling our son, this kid is dead. This kid is dead. And like all my son's friends in their house every single day, the parents were at work. They were home alone, and nobody had a warning. Nobody knew. So they didn't sound the warning sirens. Here's the actual fire. The actual article about this fire. And about saying that only the people that didn't follow the official orders of those in charge survived. My God. Okay, so did they sound the alarms for the fire? No, they did not. Maui's top emergency officials is out after failing to sound sirens as fires approached. The officials have changed their story time and time again about this fire. The emergency management director, Herman Andaya, who made the final decision against activating the emergency siren, has resigned. The sirens were meant to be an alert for residents of imminent tsunamis, wildfires, and terrorist attacks, residents have concluded the use of the sirens would have saved countless lives. But the director said he has no regrets. Oh, interesting. And the Hawaii governor has consistently defended the refusal to use sirens. They need to be prosecuted. They need to be prosecuted. Maybe they didn't use sirens because they were told to not use sirens. Maybe they wanted this to be as bad of a disaster as they possibly could get in order to push an agenda. What agenda would that be? Well, John Podesta explained from the White House. To stop these disasters from getting worse, we have to cut carbon pollution that's driving the climate crisis. This is what the Inflation Reduction Act is all about. So let's spend more money, tax you more, and the sun will stop being hot. Matt Walsh, in his tweet, got a response from Elon Musk. In case you're wondering how thermonuclear this has gotten, they should be prosecuted if there's any justice in the world, says Elon Musk, about the people who blocked the roads out of town so that people would be burned alive. What possibly could be the answer for all of this? And they didn't just stop the roads. They didn't just block the roads. They blocked the water. Here's Kaleo Manuel, the Hawaiian water official who refused to release water resources, explaining his philosophy about water. Native Hawaiians treated water as one of the earthly manifestations of God. We become so used to water as something that we use and not something that we revere. So we have to revere the water. That's why your children need to burn alive. I'm sure the victims of the Maui fire are very, very grateful that their water was revered. So why are they hiding the amount of death inside of Maui? We're not sure. Nick Sortor is an independent journalist who's on the ground there in Maui. He's saying that there are 1,000 names of missing people, and nobody is answering any questions. In fact, Nick Sortor is regularly and consistently being bullied or put in headlocks by the security there in Maui for the officials. Why are they not letting information out? Why is the government hiding information from the people? How many children are missing or dead? We deserve to know. Again, Nick is doing a great job reporting from the ground there. And Nick is obviously somebody who's just a fantastic independent journalist. So this is just utterly fascinating. FEMA is also attempting to silence the media reporters. This is Nick right here trying to ask a question of the officials. The Maui police headlock me for asking the mayor about missing children. Check it out. Why would they try and stop journalists from asking questions? Well, of course, because they have something to hide. Check this out.
Piston was wrapping up a media briefing in Lahaina today when a man confronted him about the information being publicly released.
We have no idea if any of them are children. We have no idea.
That's independent journalist Nick Sortor. His social media says he flew in from Louisville 2 days ago. Police asked Sortor to calm down and even physically held him back. He persisted, but it eventually ended peacefully.
Sir, we don't know who you are. You're not identifying yourself as media.
Are you law enforcement?
Yeah.
We talked to law enforcement. So we're not going to ask that questions. How many of these 10 cadavers are?
The Maui department, okay? The press show is over. Yeah.
So he's not going to answer my
done.
question.
Thank you.
They take pictures of me.
There's no need for hacking.
You're with Maui Police, right?
Yeah, he's done with the press
I
conference.
appreciate your patience. Sir.
Yeah.
Get out of my way. Who are you?
With the Maui Police Department.
Okay, and what's my crime? You're literally pushing
The
me.
press conference is
I
over.
don't f***ing care if the press conference is over. Get out of the way. Sorry. All right, so sir, 110 cadavers, but we can't identify. We can't identify how many of them are children. This is get out of my fucking dude. Get off my throat.
Relax, sir. Relax.
No, I'm not gonna get.
Relax.
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna relax, dude. No, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm trying to ask a fucking question, and we can't get the answer for it. How many of the 110 dead are children? You know who are children. They're cadavers. You have the bodies. You know how many of them are children. How many children are dead?
Step back, please.
How many children are dead, Mayor? So you're just not going to tell.
I don't know. I wish
Yes,
I knew
you
the
do.
answer.
How many children are missing? You
I
know.
wish I knew the answer to that. I would be happy to answer that.
You have no estimate as to how many children are missing?
I guess
Nothing?
we can end this right now if you guys want. Sorry,
This is one of the biggest questions that the people of Lahaina have, but you don't want to answer.
It always takes one or two to ruin it for everybody.
Please, this
That's
is
what
our
happens.
first. This is our only
Well, we
opportunity.
could say that about you. You ruined it for
end
everybody.
it shortly.
You're welcome to say it. You're the media. You can say whatever you want.
You're a disaster.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
You've been the worst mayor we could
Try not to
possibly
listen to-
imagine.
You know, you won't even wait.
Respect.
for your turn.
Respect what? This is the most dismal response we've
You
ever
won't,
had.
you won't wait for your turn. You want to shout over these guys that are legitimate.
Why don't you give them the
are
real
legitimate
answers
media,
then?
so.
Give them the
you-
real answers.
That's not his question.
Let him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You can
I
go.
remember
You can go.
He's not
Yeah.
gonna-
Yeah. Oh, sorry.